Rodgers going to the air to start things out. Throw left side, complete to Show. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better. Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On now is the Packers punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So here come the Vikings with a long field ahead of them. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now 2nd and 3. Up the middle, it's Peterson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
The slot man in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2nd and 9 now. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Here's a screen to Powell. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. Shifts by him, and he will have the Vikings 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Gets by him at the 25. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
They go play action here on first down. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Throw left side, complete to Moss.
Holding, offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Back to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Well, I'm so confused, Charles. So they accepted that penalty, but that gives the ball back to the offense.
Yeah, I'm checking my ears too, Brandon, because you and I both had to have heard that wrong, right? You get the turnover, but then you decline it and put them right back out on the field with a second chance. Forget getting to the airport. Let's go to the post-game press conference and hear him explain this one. They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
2nd and 1. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On first down, Rodgers. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field. And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Peterson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crying a ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Vikings have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Packers, nothing.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Touchdown! From 19 yards away, and the Packers have got it back to within a score.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. A little juke, and shutting him off now open field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Carter. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays, and it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Aaron Rodgers and the Packer offense back out onto the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now it's Rodgers. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Rodgers. That's complete to Sharp. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And again, it's Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. On the delay, Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Moss. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Point at and the lead is up to 18 now. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down.
That boy showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down and 3.
Here's Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 22-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Rodgers again now. It's caught here by Adams. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Let's go, fellas. It's showtime, baby. Let's do this, man.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
from 6 yards away. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
17.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Finding Carter on the slant. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now back to throw. Back-to-back catches here for Carter. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second and a couple. They'll set up to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw right side, complete to Carter. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
He's out of bounds. Right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
We saw a couple of high-octane
Coach.
offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
The third quarter starts with a run by Peterson. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side, complete to Moss. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Green.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Up the middle they go. Green. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7th.
Holding. Offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
To throw is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. He made his first attempt, this from 45. The kick by Crosby is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete to Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
24 yards to gain there, another first down as well.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run over center with Peterson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw.
He'll get that one to Carter, complete.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Peterson. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, they turned to their bigger body there on the dive. Fullback dive, just couldn't get it done.
And sometimes even that bigger body needs even bigger bodies to help him get there. They weren't able to create a crease for him, ended up not getting the first down.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Green, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing is Rodgers. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
On 3rd down, it's Green, and he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Right back to him on 1st down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Crosby with the extra point, and this is back to an 8-point game. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They go play action here on first down.
Complete. Jefferson to target.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's now second and 6.
They're going to look to throw. And this is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They toss it left side to Peterson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On second down, Peterson. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. And this one is right through.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Now after the made field goal, Walsh back out to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 76 yards. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. You know, we've discussed this before. We've seen it in practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. With the football going back to the Vikings offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9 now. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Looking to throw. Incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has been a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now a high kick trying to pin them back. 31 yards on the punt there. And And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up first and 10 at their own 27. He'll look to throw. And caught right side, Green. No gain on the play. And it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Green. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on third down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Peterson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. They'll set up to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. A toss play. This is Peterson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down by 12. A minute 52 to play. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. On first down, Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Fights through him. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's first and 10. Now Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
That's right, dog. This is the call before the storm, baby.
This is first and 10. Rodgers again now. And that's complete to Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Hey, baby, what's up? Man, I've seen that play a couple of times already.
They'll come up now on second down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Adams. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
The 25-yard line.
I got my clock rolled out for you. Let us dictate. Playmakers step up right now. Oh, let's turn it up. Let's be smart. Let's be smart.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Rodgers. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here comes second down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. To the sideline and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down. They needed 3. They got 6. Plenty enough for the conversion on 4th. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast.